Hello fellow first-person people. Welcome to Inside My Head. My name is Cubits, and today we're going to be taking a bit of a look at Contractors on the Oculus Quest. Now, let's just jump on into this thing here. Now, this is my kind of first-person shooter. I don't know if you've looked back at any of my previous videos. I used to play a lot of Call of Duty back in the day on the Wii of all things as well. I had a PC, I had a 360, but I just loved the controls you had with the Wiimote. The aiming was great, you didn't need auto aim or any of that sort of stuff. And the next logical progression for that, of course, is VR. And here we are in a Quest game. Looks pretty good. You've got, this is an UMP45, and you can switch your firing styles like this, of course. Single, full, burst, like that. That's a fun little thing. So this is a very fast-paced game. It's a lot like your Call of Duties. For instance, it has quite a high run speed like this. So I have auto sprint turned on all the time, so I sprint everywhere I go. If you crouch, you do a cool little slide as well. And that's really handy for like popping around corners and stuff. You can line up people up and take a shot at them. And yeah, this is the little hub world that you have in this game. You can go and do your target practice here. You fire a few rounds off. Bring the thing back in to have a look at it. Cheat if you want. There we go. That was pretty good. And yeah, it's got quite a good interaction system on these guns. Yeah, you can hold guns with either hand. The grip button and the trigger button are used separately, so you don't accidentally pull your mag out. And that lets you pull the release bolt back instead of gripping it. So I like that separation. And once you get used to it, I know other shooters don't do it, but it is worth learning because it is quite good. We'll take a look at one other gun first as well, which is one of my favorites. We'll just go to here and then loadouts, and we'll go to loadout 2. And as you can see, you've got 3 loadout slots. You have a bunch of different guns and classic items you can use as well. There are no toys in this one like there is in Call of Duty, like drones and things like you get in Onward as well. But the core gameplay is really good, and this is my favorite shotgun here. It is a Remington 870. Classic shotgun, this one. And it's got these little rack on it here, so you can put your little ammo on there. Boop. Oops, missed. There it goes. So you can put your ammo on it like that. And then when you're out in battle, you can quickly swipe the ammo into... I didn't fire 4. Yep, it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun. So, pop that in there. And you can also do the Terminator reload with it, of course. So yeah, shotgun, very effective. Actually has pretty good range on it. If you clip someone with a little bit of a shell in the head at range, it will destroy them. You can even actually, if we open the chamber here, it's possible to put a shell in the chamber directly. Yeah? And now you can fire. And eject the empty, put new one in. So now it's clear. Pop one in here. So that's pretty cool. Like, the guns are very interactive, and it's one of my favorite things about it. Really nice guns. The shotguns have decent range on them, and a hell of a lot of stopping power. If you pop around a corner on this one, like if you come sliding around a corner on some sucker, boom. All right. So let's get to the meat and potatoes of it. I'll show you over here. Sniper training. You got sniper training, you got your target practice. There's a couple of little missions around here you can do. You can do a kill house mission here. So you got to your door and then a timer, and you got to go through and beat your times. So there's plenty of stuff to do around in this little hub world here. And then when you're ready to play, to move on to do something a bit more serious, jump into here. You hit the Y button on your left hand. Unfortunately, the menu button doesn't bring up the menu. The classic, left hand button menu should, and hopefully it will in a patch. But Y brings up your menu, and then you've got all your settings and things like that to mess with. If we go into settings here, I'll show you a couple of things that I've done. I usually have head display forward on and auto sprint enabled, and that just lets me more easily keep myself in sprint. So I've got auto sprint turned on all the time, so you'll see I move very fast, but if you bring your gun up, it actually slows you to a walk. And you can also just push the stick forward a little bit and you'll also walk. So you've got full analog control with a full sprint, bring your gun up and you're walking again. So that's the best way to sort of maintain your stealth and whatnot. So we'll just jump back over here again. Get a nice view of the destroyed buildings. Going through here, you've got all your basic settings. You can turn on the full player body, so you can get some beefy arms going. This guy needs some like skin lotion or something. That does not look right, mate. Yeah, and then you got your legs and stuff, although I seem to be in my chest a little bit. But I prefer to just have my hands on because I don't like too much weapon smoothing. I don't mind the jitter. I've got fairly stable hands. Okay. Onto presentation. There's not much in here. You can change the color of your red dot sight. You can also change your walkie-talkie to always on. I like push to talk. We'll cover that in a little bit. And then you've got your gun stock. You've got a physical gun stock. The gun stock calibration in this game is outrageously good. I don't have a gun stock on me at the moment, so I can't run through that. But look up a video of it. It lets you set where your hands are in relation to the gun and to your gun stock. So you can line your front hand up perfectly in real life as it is in the game, and then bang, every time you bring your gun up to your chest, your hands are where your hands are meant to be and the sight is locked in every time. And you can individually calibrate each gun to line the model up properly for you. So that's fantastic and should be in every single game. We also have virtual gun stock. If I just jump out of the menu here, if we bring it up slightly to where we are, it sort of locks in, and now it's sort of, you've got like this weird locked in effect. It sort of sticks, so you're not free. You can't really free swing at all angles. It comes to here and then it sort of hits your shoulder and then lines up. So if you're sweeping around like this and walking and going through doors, it's all good. But for me, the way I like to be able to shoot like sideways, or when I'm sliding through, hit someone in the chin or something. So I like the freewheeling mobility you get without the virtual gun stock sticking to my chest. So I'll put him back down there. Turn the gun stock back off. Jump into gameplay. And then you've got classic online play. You've got a little bit of online co-op. And you've got your single player missions and free roam. And then a couple of tutorials to get you through the basics. So what we'll actually do is we will create an online game. We will go to my region. It is pretty important to get the right region in this game because I'll show you in a second. All the servers, all the ammunition in this game is handled server side. So if you throw a mag at someone, they see the mag flying at them from the same position. Everything is kept track of, and that creates a little bit of lag that stops any hacking attempts. Okay, so we're in the game now. This is the game lobby, which is more than basic. There's a little bit going on. You got your basketball. Yeah. Oh, that was too far. Okay, we'll give that up for a second. You go into here in the lobby and you can like try out all your loadouts. Like that. So we've got that going on as well. And I'll just show you. This is how you can see the lag on the Asia Pacific server that I'm on at the moment. See how the shell just drops a little bit further? There's a little bit of a delay when you release your hand, so I guess you can't see without another camera pointing at me here to see when the release is, but there's that little delay there. And if I go on the American server, it'll drop a little bit lower, and if I go on the European server, it gets to about here before it bounces back up into the holder. So it's super weird, and of course that lag affects like trying to put bullets in guns or mags in guns or whatever. Oops, that is my knife. You can throw the knives in this. They do take a Oh, lost my knife. Walked over the threshold. Grab my knife again. You can throw knives. Oh, there it is. That freaked out a little bit. You can actually like yeet these really far. They're a little bit buggy at the moment, but whew, there it is. It's stuck in the wall down there. I mean, we could go get it. Let's go get the knife. I'll just go into the kill house here and grab the knife, and then we'll do. There's no fall damage in this game, so that's good. You also have a jump button. Woo, woo. The jump button is pressing in the right thumbstick, and it. Oh, my knife just disappeared. Took too long to grab it. Normally your smooth turning or your snap turning is on the right stick, but for the Oculus Quest I like to disable all turning on the stick altogether, because that means I can hit the jump button and I don't accidentally turn at all. So I can do like 180 jumps, or you could do a 360 if you wanted to. Go nuts, do the no scopes. And jumping is quite powerful in this game. You can get up on cars and all sorts of stuff. A bunch of stuff is blocked as well, but you know, that's how it is. So we're in the kill house now. We're just going to jump into a server and just do, so these are all your game modes, your main game modes. You've got your competitive game modes here, bomb defusal, which is your search and destroy or whatever, extraction, comp control, that sort of stuff. Casual, you've got all your regular ones here. You've got your gun game and your free-for-alls, kill confirms, like all of the usual suspects are here. TDM, of course, being the most classic. Loadouts, in the future there will be like adjustments that you can make, so like pistols only or AKs only, or everyone gets an RPG, I don't know. You could turn your bots on. If we go to maps here, so these are the default maps that you get 11 of them if I can count correctly. Holiday House is like a rat style level where you're teeny tiny on a table and there's a little like choo-choo train going around. That's pretty fun. But these are all quite well thought out. Hideout is a very big level. It's a lot like it reminds me of early Ghost Recon. Big long lanes, big long sight lines, a couple of little houses here and there to hide amongst. Prison feels a lot like an early Counter-Strike level. Really nice one. Dust Town is very Dust-like. You got a house in the middle. Actually reminds me of a Counter-Strike, a COD level from Modern Warfare, Bakar or something. Yeah, very similar with the house in the middle that everyone wants to get into. So a lot of these levels have sort of points of interest which will naturally attract TDM gameplay into it. Wildland has a church in the middle which people can't resist. It also has a big red house on the hill which people love to go to. Urban City, yeah, you've got stuff. So the levels are quite well thought out, even if there aren't that many at the moment. Okay. So if we go just down here, TDM. So of course you've got your competitive, casual, and mod. This is a to be announced thing. In the future, mod support will be added, and that will give us the ability to modify the gameplay style for like slappers only or whatever you want, or new maps to come in as well, mod maps. If you have the PC version of this game, and if you buy this on the Oculus Store, it is cross-buy and cross-play. But so if you buy it on this, you can play it on the Quest, and then you can jump onto the jump onto the PC version, and on PC you do have mod support. So there's a ton of amazing COD maps from like 8 generations of COD game that you can play on that, all the way from like COD 2 up to, I don't know, whatever the hell's near latest one. Jam it on your PC and play this game, and it works really well. So we're just going to jump into prison, because I like prison. And we're going to chuck a bunch of bots on and start. And we're going to have a run around in Contractors. We will choose our loadout. I think we will go with my UMP here, just to show a standard, regular kind of loadout. Ooh, here we go. There we go, that's the map that we get. Oh, and we are going already. The bots have loaded up. So at best, because it's the Quest game, you've got 5v5. But 5v5 feels like plenty. And with the bots turned on like this, they'll actually despawn when a player jumps into the match. So you can leave it at 5, and you'll have teams of bots, which then get sort of supplanted by human players, which is great. And the bots aren't too bad either. The bots aren't too bad at all. The thing about jumping in this is it doesn't ruin your aim as well, so it's not like Counter-Strike when they nerfed bunny hopping by ruining the aim, by making it spray all over the place. And with this gun, you just rip this out with the trigger and you put a new one in like this, pull the bolt and you're ready to go. These ammo crates are held around the place, so if you're holding the gun you want ammo for, you pick it up and you do that. And if I pick up my sidearm like this and do that, I've got a sidearm ammo, so I'm going to check that and have that one. There we go, nice fresh one. Put that away. Let's see what we've got here. Smoke grenade, pull the pin, and you can just hang on to it as long as you want. Woo! He popped. And then we can do this. And now we can be a moving smoke grenade if we hang on to this. It may get a little bit grey. Uh-oh. And we're away again. So yeah, these maps have got quite a good bit of verticality to them, as you can see here. Run up these stairs. We can move quite quickly through them as well. The run speed of this game is twice as fast as anything else. And because it runs at a rock solid, it's running at 72 Hertz at the moment on the Quest. You can actually push it to 90 on the Quest 2 and it runs fine. But there's a little bit of a visual glitch off to your sort of top left, which you barely notice. It's like a little weird, like, vertical discoloration. Kind of looks like a piece of glass in the corner of your eye. But it does run very well. It's rock solid at 72. And the AI isn't the greatest, but it's by far from the worst. It does little rolls, like little, tactical rolls, takes cover, runs away from grenades. It's all the things that you need in a bot. I'm just going to run around with it. One of the things missing from this game, I'd say, is that Call of Duty treadmill, the progression system that everyone loves. It always got me going, hearing that dun 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 dun. Headshots in this do a ton of damage. You can actually put half-used mags back. This one is completely empty, actually. There we go. Put this back. Grab the pistol for a bit. You got your sliding. You got your jumping. And the jump's kind of like, it's kind of floaty. Like, you're a guy running around with like God knows how many pounds of gear strapped to you, and you've got like the vertical leap of Michael Jordan. Seems unrealistic, but it's a lot of fun, and of course it lets you do, jumping shots downstairs, and the lack of fall damage lets you just do like heroic shit. It's what you want in a game like this. What are you doing down there? Drop my pistol. Oops. Your health is on your wrist here as well. Currently 60%, going up. You can also see it, like the tickets, I guess. Number of lives you have left in the match. So that's there on your wrist. There you go, 100%. Regenerating health, classic COD. Almost there. There's a tactical roll. Oh, got me. They're pretty good with the long guns. Now let's take a little bit of a look at the loadouts. So, 3 different loadout slots that you get. You can kit them out however you want using a point system. So you can't take, like all the best things strapped on, of course. You've got to make some compromise. You've got a couple of different vests here. You've got the standard vest, which, is standard. You've got your heavy vest. If we equip this, you'll see your armor goes up and your mobility goes down. So your run speed will go down a little bit, but you can take a lot of body shots. Unfortunately, head is still quite vulnerable with this vest. So if you can aim well enough, you don't need to wear a heavy vest. Light vest, of course, if we equip that, you get heaps of mobility and barely any armor. Again, if people are trying to shoot you in the head in PvP, which is what they'll be going for, this is probably not a bad sacrifice to make. But we'll just go with the standard vest here. And then you got your primaries, a bunch of different guns, all sorts of different beautiful, like standard things you love. You got your AKs, you got your FAMAS. It's all there, don't worry guys. You've got your weird Korean weapons, it's all good. Yeah, the rifles are really good at long range. A few of them have very little kick, like the M16 is fantastic at long range. You can actually pop it into single shot for long range, go bang, 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 dead on target, and then when you go a little bit close quarters, you can put it on burst and that'll let you steer it around corners a little bit more. And it handles quite well considering how wide your grip is on that thing. The carbines are super popular in this game because they sort of work in that mid-range area really well. MK18, I think, is the starter weapon that all the loadouts sort of default to. Really, really good because that long, flat top lets you line up your sights really easily. You're not sort of coming in at a weird angle. If you equip something like the P90, it's got such a strange bullpup design that when you pull it up to point where you think it's pointing, it's usually like off vertically. So you like, especially if you've got like a hollow or a red dot on it, trying to see that dot in the circle, you don't know which way it's off because the shape of the gun is so weird. MK18 though, very good. Actually a very powerful gun as well. Easy to reload and everything, very fast. Good gun. The G36C, of course, is one of the beast guns at the moment. You'll see that like sort of coming to the top in the meta because it's just powerful in that range. The SMGs are all pretty bad at long range. You'll probably get that first bullet on someone and then it'll be all over the place. If they're a moving target, you won't get enough shots on their head to kill them, really. Stationary target, you might get a couple in there and get the kill. MP5 is the new one that was added for this version of the game. It's quite a bit of fun. But you've got all the usual classics, and the UMP45 is my choice because it sort of has a bit more punch for longer range, but still works at short range. A good all-rounder. Then you got the shotguns. The shotguns in this game are all fantastic. They got big damage, they got decent range, and if you clip someone in the head with a couple of bits of shot, they will go down. Doesn't matter how far away they are. You can take people down from a distance if you've got a little bit of luck on your side with that spread. Yeah, RM870 that's my favorite one because you can just throw the shells into it off the side. You got like a good load of shots in it. I think there's an auto shotty in here as well. Yep. And then you got your sniper rifles, bolt actions, semis, all the classics. Want to do yourself some World War. And then you got your AWM, which of course is the classic. We will equip that one right now. And I will just unequip a Glock. You've got a bunch of pistols here. You got the Deagle, which is brand new. You got a Magnum if you want to do yourself a little bit of a 6-shooter. We will actually just like unequip that altogether. None. Go equip back. Melee. You got no cost for a knife, so knife is your basic one. Machete is pretty beast. You got a good bit of reach on that actually. You can kill people before they can shoot you if you can get them on a corner. That's actually got quite a good bit of reach on it. And the crowbar is the novelty weapon, of course. It's Gordon Freeman's weapon of choice. So we will leave that on. And then you've got in your gadgets, You've got frags, smokes, flashes, decoys, and a claymore, and that's pretty much it. We'll just go none and go equip, because we're just trying to get a little bit of... Here we go. So this, scopes are brand new to this version of the game. So all the beta versions did not have scopes on the Quest, because basically having a scope means you have to render the scene twice. And the Quest didn't really have the headroom for that, but somehow they've managed to find a way. And as you can see, we've got a pretty good view. There's like no lag on it. It's a little bit blurrier, but they've sort of made it work with the scope optics. Yeah, it looks fine. It looks good, and yeah, you can really take guys down with this gun. And you've got that bolt action as well. I have a little bit of trouble when I'm doing it fast in that I'll leave it like rotated up like this, and of course that's not locked, it would blow open. So that's the problem that I have when I get rushed. Like if someone's coming at me, get that out, throw that one away, whack a new one in. There we go, we're good to go again. So yeah, AWM is a beast. Look at this thing, it's huge. Whew, what else should we have a look at? You know what, I want to show you, we're going to have a look at the co-op, but it's going to take... Let's have a look at the missions. What have we got in the missions? Missions is basically the single player version of co-op. So we've got a capture the flag Arctic. We will set it to easy just to make it a bit faster for us. Alright. So in this, we're going to run through this level. We're going to get shot at by a bunch of guys. And I don't have a pistol. So, hooray for me. And so the idea is to capture the 3 points while unlimited enemies come at you. And they're beefed up a little bit in health in this mode. But you'll notice you also have, like, I've got 8 spare mags. And when you kill an enemy, you have a good chance of picking up a mag. And then that gets added to your list. So you can carry a lot more ammunition basically this way. Which is fine because you end up having to fight huge waves of enemies. And while you're capturing these points as well. We've got one over here. Ooh, he's hiding. Okay, so we're going to capture this point. And I'm just going to stand here for a bit. See, that guy was meaty. Very meaty. Oh, there we go. I'm just going to capture this flag. So the idea here is you capture 3 flags progressively through the level, and then you get to an evac site, while wave after wave of their own men are sent at you. And you can path a couple of different ways to the next location. I think I can go around the bottom here actually, no problemo. Like this. And they'll spawn some enemies in for you to kill. Oh, good jump. The level's pretty big. The TDM area will be locked off a little bit. But when it comes to playing the objective map, you get the whole map. And it's way bigger than you might think in most instances. There I'm going to use a bit of ammo here actually. I don't have a good range on my weapon. Alright, we're done here. Now we get to the rendezvous point and we're out. We will go down past the red houses. Just to have a bit of a look. This level is huge. There's some textures that are pretty low res. Not going to say there isn't. But when it comes down to it, it looks fine enough. Player models are very easy to distinguish from the background, so you don't lose them. I like the lack of fall damage, it is good. It's a little bit cartoony, it's a little bit ridiculous. And I guess it's unique on the Quest, or really in VR. I don't think. I mean, you've got that one on the PC with it's mostly a campaign. Doesn't even have PvP going at the moment. Oh, he did a roll. I thought he died. Oh yeah, we're just going to stand in the rendezvous point for a second. And that's going to trigger the rescue, and there we go. And you can play this with up to 4 people in online co-op. We'll have a look at the server list at the moment. Actually, I don't think there's too many people on because looking at my watch here, it is something early in the morning. We've got a full page of Americans. If you're in America, yeah, it's currently like 4 in the morning or something. So this is a minimum full page of that. If we go to the online match, which is just your regular PvP, and have a look at that, and we've got a few more games. I'm thinking 2 pages at the moment. There you go. I've seen it like sitting like at peak hour. There'll be 5 or 6 pages, which isn't bad considering it just launched. And you can only see the Quest games if you are playing on a Quest. So while it is cross-play, PC gamers can join Quest servers, but Quest gamers cannot join PC servers because of the difference in map selection and I think there's a higher player count on PC. I think you can play up to 16 people on a server. So of course, if you're on a Quest and you jumped onto a PC server, there'd be potential of 16 players, which might cause performance issues. But here we have a couple of pages of North American matches. It is not ideal time, but that's pretty good, and it would only take you a second to like create your own game and off you go. So easy peasy. It's got everything you need. Like, it's a very full-featured game. The only thing I wish it had was that Call of Duty style progression system. Throw levels in here. Give me a few bucks for leveling up or something, and let me buy weapon skins. I don't know. Or even, I wouldn't mind a weapon unlock system. I never had a problem with it in the Call of Duty games. Let me start out with the basic guns and work my way up to the crazier ones, because in VR I think it actually makes a bigger difference. Trying to use like some of the weirder weapons in VR, especially if you don't have a gun stock that's calibrated, or a gun stock at all, you could be like holding a gun like a complete idiot all the time and whiffing shots. Whereas there are definitely some guns that are better to start out with. So I wouldn't mind a progression system. Weapon skins would be great. Give me that dun 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 dun. That'd be ideal. And maybe show me how many kills and deaths and things I've got. I think that sort of thing is what keeps players coming back. Whereas jumping in now, like jumping in for the fun of playing for a couple hours, is perfectly fine. I mean, I enjoy that, especially playing with other people instead of just against the bots. But the progression system is like the little cherry on top of the cake here, because everything else is here. The only thing I guess would be a single player campaign, but that's like a whole other game being built into it. So that's a lot to do. Hopefully we get the mod support soon, which will give us access to all of the Call of Duty maps, which I think would be huge on the Quest. They definitely will run on the Quest version. And then we'll have things like Nuketown, like all your classic ones will come back, and it'll blow out the number of maps available like massively. They're all waiting and ready to go, I guarantee. So when mod support hits, it's going to be awesome. I wish I had a progression system. I would love the wager system from Black Ops in particular, because that was like an in-game achievement system, if you will, just something to do to screw around with the money, to screw around with the weapons and the money that you had, you know. It got you trying different things, like trying to get like 2 kills with both barrels of the shotgun, or like X number of like sniper rifle kills in a match. Like, that was a lot of fun, and it was sort of like this self-imposed limiting on you. And if you made the wagers actually mean something, because like, you know, in Call of Duty the money became meaningless. You just have like billions of dollars that you couldn't really do anything with it. I think if you made the wagers like big, like make them hurt when you lose, yeah, that'd be awesome. So I'd love a wager system. I wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't hate the game if it didn't ever get it, but yeah, that's something I would love. So this has been a bit of a look at Contractors. We will jump into some online matches in a little bit, I think. And yeah, hopefully I'll see you online sometime.